All right, what's up, guys? So this is going to be the top mount turbo kit. It's going to be a 7875 VS Racing Turbo with a T4 flange. This is all a custom kit. I already heat wrapped some of the intake, some of the exhaust pipes. I'm not sure if I'm going to heat wrap this one, but it's got a brand new wastegate. I got to order the heat blanket for that one. This kit is going to go on this car. I got to pull the motor out of that one along with the turbo kit and then throw the whole setup on this one. And then this one should be running by tomorrow, if not by the weekend. This is everything I need to do the top mount turbo kit on that one. I got fuel rails. I got AN lines, the feed and return for the turbo. I got a whole bunch of fittings. These are for the fuel rails. I got gauge pods, gauges, heat blankets, heat shields for the fuel lines. This is the fuel dampener. Those are the fuel lines that I gotta make. And then a whole bunch of heat shielding. And then I got I believe a brand new thermostat somewhere in there. And then I also got a hose for the power steering relocation because I got to relocate it. But this motor should be out by in 2 hours. This one is pretty much complete on the interior. I already got everything I needed. Center console pieces, HR door cards, cluster. And then I believe that's it. I got to throw that diff on that car and then that diff on this one. Those intakes are sold. I got the intercooler for the other car. This is the built motor right here. I got 15s. I'm probably going to need bead locks, but let's see what these do. And then if I do end up needing bead locks, then I'm going to sell those and then buy some bead locks. This is the wiring harness for this one. And then here's all the radiator core support with fans and everything off of this one. But I'm gonna get started on this one. Should take me 2 hours. I'll probably do a time-lapse video on pulling the motor out. All right, so I already took the motor out of that Z. This is the engine that's gonna go on that car. Here I have a full rear mount kit, mid mount, and top mount. That turbo is the one that's going to go on the top mount because this is a used one, and then that's a brand new one. This one's the one that's going to go on this car along with that motor. But right now I'm going to take out the pressure washer and then give this whole motor a good clean. I already went ahead and cleaned up the engine. I put the headers and the motor mounts. I took off the crank pulley because I think it was leaking from the front main. So I already got it off, and then I got the new one right here. So just got to pry it off real quick. Too easy. Put the new one on. And then I also got to change out the gaskets back here for the coolant ports on the back of the heads. This one was leaking and it was going on the crank position sensor. So every time I would start it, it would take 5 seconds to start. So watch, I'm going to show you guys the sensor. You see? So I got to change out these gaskets back here. And then I am going to reuse the clutch and flywheel because this one is used. I've had this one for the past 3 years. I haven't had an issue with it. But once it wears out, then I got this other one. Only has 250 miles. And then for that car, I am going to use an Ironman clutch so I can hold the power whatever power it makes. But right now I'm going to just put the front main and then put everything together and then throw this motor back into that car. So right now I already put the quick adapter for the fuel line. This is going to go to the fuel rails. I just got to make the hose. And then this is my vacuum block. This is what you need for whenever you go boost. Unless you guys want to tee it off of some sort of vacuum lines, which is going to make a mess. I highly recommend one of these. So this one's going to go to my fuel pressure regulator. This one's going to go to the wastegates. And then this one's going to go to the boost gauge. The way I'm going to grab my vacuum sources from the the booster. This I'm gonna cut it right here, and then I gotta tee it off with this fitting, connect it right there, and then grab a 3/8 hose and pretty much just make a line from here to here because that's gonna be the source, and then those are gonna be the accessories. Once I'm done with that, I gotta start making the fuel line. I'm probably gonna throw the motor in already and then start bolting everything up. I already got this hose connected with the T. I just gotta put this clamp over here. And then this is pretty much good to go. And then I would just need to connect these to the accessories. Right now I'm gonna install this fuel pressure regulator. So I'm gonna use this one. This one's gonna go right here. I already did the fuel return, and then this is gonna be the feed. This one right here. So the one in here is a 340 AEM pump, and the one on that car is a 525 Hellcat. So I'm gonna just switch the baskets and then put the one from that car to this one, and then connect everything how it was. And then pretty much fuel system is done, and then I just got to put heat shield on the fuel lines, and then I can throw the motor in. I already got the fuel pressure regulator mounted. This is going to be the return line right here for the fuel return. I added heat shield on it, and then I'm also going to add that extra protection over it. But then I'm going to toss the motor inside, and then I can start putting everything back together. After that, I'm gonna start doing the wiring for the gauges, and then this car should be almost good to go. I do have to go pick up the clutch line because the one I have does not fit on it. As you can see, no, you're probably not gonna be able to see. That is smaller. That thread pitch is smaller than this one, so that doesn't match up. But I'm gonna go get the clutch line tomorrow, hopefully, and then this car should be ready tomorrow, I think.